often something we don't appreciate until something goes wrong.
Yep, of course, we're talking about car troubles here. Not only are they inconvenient, but they can be quite costly as well. So today we're talking with the experts at Thomson's Auto Repair. They'll help us out.
We are all about protecting one of our most valuable investments, our vehicle. So we're here with Tom of Thomson's Auto Repair, and we are talking
timing belts and timing chains.
Okay, so timing belts, I've heard of that before, but I do have to admit, I'm not exactly sure what that does to help our vehicle run.
What it does is it keeps the top of the motor and the bottom of the motor, internal parts, working together in correlation to keep everything moving how it's supposed to.
Okay, so it's very, very important to have that in order. So what exactly can happen to your timing belts?
It can wear over time. Other parts can fail internally and destroy the timing belt, thus leading to catastrophic failure of the motor itself.
So you have actually a model over here of what the timing belt looks like, and it shows a bit about how it functions inside our vehicle.
Sure. This here is one of the more common timing belt setups that are in a vehicle. Some are a little bit different, more pulleys, a little more extravagant as you get into the performance. But what we've got here is this is the timing belt itself, and as the motor is running, as it's turning, it keeps the, like I said earlier, the bottom part of the motor going together with the top part of the motor, so everything can work in sequence. We've got also, a lot of them, we have water pumps built internally that run off of the timing belt that keeps the coolant flowing through the motor. And separate pulleys, they all have different bearings inside of them, so those can fail on these. The bearing in the water pump can fail. And this here is a hydraulic tensioner that keeps the belt taut, together, tight. And if that fails, that can allow the belt to slip and destroy things inside also.
So as a driver, how do I know if my timing belt on my vehicle needs to be replaced?
The best thing to go by is the manufacturer recommendation. 60,000, 70,000 are the majority of them. We see up to 90,000 traditionally on most of the vehicles we see here. We've had a lot of problems with the PT Cruisers. Now they've been coming into play with that type of mileage now, and if people don't know that that's an item that needs to be replaced, you can turn a little bill into a very large one real fast.
Yeah, you can almost quadruple what you would pay just to get it replaced to something that you have to fix. It becomes a much bigger problem.
Absolutely. What we traditionally quote you is when you come in or call on the phone, we'll quote you just the timing belt replacement. But as you can see, there's a lot of different components that can go along with it. Some of them are built together in a package to where we get the water pump, all the different pulleys, the tensioner, everything together, and that's really the best way to go. But if you're ahead of the game a little bit, you can get away with just doing the belt. We do look to see if there's any coolant been leaking from the water pump, spin the pulleys for excessive noise or drag. There's no true way to see if anything else is going to fail, but that's the best way to do it.
Okay, so how much would a timing belt cost me?
Well, like I say, on the PT Cruisers that we're dealing with, I got it at around $450, about that.
Okay.
And then if we do the whole kit on that same vehicle, you're looking at about $900, but you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. And if it fails, we got one right now, it's almost $1,900.
Oh my goodness. Well, we all know how important our vehicles are, so thank you very much, Tom. We appreciate the information.
No problem.
For keeping your vehicle in tip-top shape, we're here at Thomson's Auto Repair.
Yeah, I love.
You learned a little there.
Yes, and I love the knowledge and the expertise. And you know, he's a great guy, very fair. They know what they're talking about, and they love to make it easy on our budgets. And that's why we're so happy there are experts in auto repair. Check this out. They're on Facebook, which is really nice.
It's good to go there because they have coupons and specials that you might not otherwise know about. So Thomson's Auto Repair has 2 locations, one on Kalamazoo Avenue in Kentwood and on 28th Street in Grand Rapids. Very fair, very knowledgeable. We're glad to have them as our partner.
Oh, yeah. Their goal is to keep us in our cars with those cars moving along as long as possible.
I tell you, you don't realize how much you depend on it until something happens and you don't have your vehicle to use.
That's
not
right.
a good situation to be in.
So we're going to like you on Facebook so we can save some big cash.
Yeah. We'll be right back, folks.
This is 8 West.